tastes like summer on a rainy afternoon. A lingering sweetness that ends much too soon. I drank the nectar from your porcelain hand, but now I'm sinking in this shifting sand. I saw the light fading inside your tired eyes, wrapped in the silk of our unspoken lies. The comb is empty and the hive is cold. We're trading diamonds for a fool's gold. It's a beautiful sting, a delicate scar. We're chasing the sun, but we're drifting too far. The nectar is heavy, the garden is dead. Oh, it's bitter honey running through my veins, a little bit of pleasure for a world of pains. Sweet on the lips, but it burns in the soul. We're losing our grip and we're losing control. Bitter honey, why do you taste so sweet? I play the chords that you taught me to feel, but the wood of this guitar is the only thing real. Your shadow is dancing on the bedroom wall, waiting for the gravity to make me fall. I kept the letters that you never sent, counting the days and the money we spent on a dream that was hollow, on a love that was glass, watching the seasons and the memories pass. It's a beautiful sting, a delicate scar. We're chasing the sun, but we're drifting too far. The nectar is heavy, the garden is dead. Oh, it's bitter honey running through my veins, a little bit of pleasure for a world of pains. Sweet on the lips, but it burns in the soul. We're losing our grip and we're losing control. Bitter honey, why do you taste so sweet? Was just a disguise for the salt that's hidden in your eyes. It's so bitter, so sweet. Just a drop is all I need to break. Oh, it's bitter honey running through my veins, a little bit of pleasure for a world of pains. Sweet on the lips, but it burns in the soul. We're losing our grip and we're losing control. Bitter honey, let me go, let me go. Bitter honey, just a taste of the end. Ticking clocks measure the distance between our chairs. Glances exchanged through the heavy, humid air. Patience is a currency I am rapidly spending, waiting for a narrative that needs amending. Every polite gesture feels like a disguised plea, unlocking a door without using a key. Sparks hide beneath the surface of the coal, testing the discipline of my stubborn soul. I see the fever rising in your amber eyes, a quiet rebellion against the compromise. Caution is failing, the defenses retreat, surrendering ground to the undeniable heat. Degrees are rising without a single flame in sight, approaching the threshold of a radiant light. Ignoring the warning signs planted in the dirt, risking the comfort to welcome the hurt. It is a slow burn, creeping up the timber, melting the winter, making the branches limber. No sudden explosions, no chaotic rush, just a relentless heat, breaking the midnight hush. We are simmering down to our absolute core, asking for nothing but destined for more. A smoldering passion that refuses to turn, consumed entirely by the slow burn. Hesitation melts like wax upon a desk. Every inch we close becomes so picturesque. I feel the gravity pulling my orbit near, overcoming the atmosphere of logical fear. The friction is thick, the electricity hums, beating a rhythm on imaginary drums. The thermostat breaks under the mounting weight. We surrender reason to a simmering fate. Friction created by the gentlest touch, proving that a little can suddenly be too much. Breathing your oxygen, catching the spark, navigating blind through the beautiful dark. Degrees are rising without a single flame in sight, approaching the threshold of a radiant light. Ignoring the warning signs planted in the dirt, risking the comfort to welcome the hurt. It is a slow burn, creeping up the timber, melting the winter, making the branches limber. No sudden explosions, no chaotic rush, just a relentless heat, breaking the midnight hush. We are simmering down to our absolute core, asking for nothing but destined for more. A smoldering passion that refuses to turn, consumed entirely by the slow burn. Is happening here. No water can quench this, no wind can blow it out, destroying the remnants of our cynical doubt. Hold steady, feel the warmth, steady. Let the fire sway. It is a slow burn, creeping up the timber, melting the winter, making the branches limber. No sudden explosions, no chaotic rush, just a relentless heat, breaking the midnight hush. We are simmering down to our absolute core, asking for nothing but destined for more. A smoldering passion that refuses to turn, consumed entirely by the slow burn. Ash to ash, heat to heat, pacing the rhythm of our dual heartbeat, glowing forever, ready to yearn, lost for in the slow burn. Inhaling dust from the wreckage of our final stand, struggling to grasp the shifting arid desert sand. My lungs are burning, deprived of the oxygen flow, drowning on dry land while watching the embers glow. I exert my diaphragm to scream out your name, but the sound disintegrates into this pathetic shame. Every molecule of air is precious and rare, exhausted by the pressure of this suffocating snare. I exert the muscle, but the bellows remain compressed. A terminal fatigue settling deep inside my chest. We sprinted the marathon while holding our breath, caught in the silence of a premature, quiet death. The atmosphere is thin, the altitude is too high, watching the vapor of our exhaustion drift to the sky. I am gasping for a mercy that we never refined, leaving the vital essence of my spirit behind, panning for a respite that never dares to arrive. The physiological cost of trying to stay alive. We are collapsing in the vacuum of our own design, crossing the lethal threshold of the finish line. Oh, this is nothing but a mountain of wasted breath, panning our way toward a hollow, inevitable death. We exhausted the supply on a fruitless crusade, watching the vibrant color of our vitality fade. No oxygen remaining to fuel the internal fire, just the heavy lethargy of a funeral pyre, counting the inhalations until there is nothing left, dying in the center of a beautiful wasted breath. The ventilator is broken, the bellows are torn, regretting the moment that this rivalry was born. I force the inhalation, but the cavity stays tight. A desperate performance in the middle of the night. My throat is scorched, a desert devoid of a drop, begging the cardiac rhythm to finally stop. A rhythmic spasm of a body that gave up the ghost, consuming the fuel that we actually needed the most. I am inhaling the static of a disconnected line, wishing for resuscitation that is no longer mine. The hyperventilation is a rhythmic, frantic song, proving how consistently we have been living wrong, panning for a respite that never dares to arrive. The physiological cost of trying to stay alive. We are collapsing in the vacuum of our own design, crossing the lethal threshold of the finish line. Oh, this is nothing but a mountain of wasted breath, panning our way toward a hollow, inevitable struggle to speak. The strongest endurance finally bows to the weak. Exhale the history, release the long-held pain. Let the atmosphere reclaim what it needs to regain. Can't catch the wind, let it and no, this is nothing but a mountain of wasted breath. Panning our way toward a hollow, inevitable death. We exhausted the supply on a fruitless crusade. Watching the vibrant color of our vitality fade. No oxygen remaining to fuel the internal fire. Just a heavy lethargy of a funeral pyre. Counting the inhalations until there is nothing left. Dying in the center of a beautiful wasted breath. The final exhale, the total release. Finally finding the ultimate breathless peace. Empty lungs, wasted breath. You taste like summer on a rainy afternoon. A lingering sweetness that ends much too soon. I drank the nectar from your porcelain hand, but now I'm sinking in this shifting sand. I saw the light fading inside your tired eyes, wrapped in the silk of our unspoken lies. The comb is empty and the heart is cold. We're trading diamonds for a fool's gold. It's a beautiful stain, a delicate scar. We're chasing the sun, but we're drifting too far. The nectar is heavy, the garden is dead. Oh, it's bitter honey running through my veins. A little bit of pleasure for a world of pains. Sweet on the lips, but it burns in the soul. We're losing our grip and we're losing control. Bitter honey, why do you taste so sweet? I played the chords that you taught me to feel, but the wood of this guitar is the only thing real. Your shadow is dancing on the bedroom wall, waiting for the gravity to make me fall. I kept the letters that you never sent, counting the days and the money we spent on a dream that was hollow, on a love that was glass. Watching the seasons and the memories pass. It's a beautiful stain, a delicate scar. We're chasing the sun, but we're drifting too far. The nectar is heavy, the garden is dead. Oh, it's bitter honey running through my veins. A little bit of pleasure for a world of pains. Sweet on the lips, but it burns in the soul. We're losing our grip and we're losing control. Bitter honey, why do you taste so sweet? Just a drop is all I need to break. Oh, it's bitter honey running through my veins. Oh, a little bit of pleasure for a world of pain. Sweet on the lips, but it burns in the soul. We're losing our grip and we're losing control. Bitter honey, let me go. Let me go. Bitter honey, just a taste of the Sever the strings, let the light fall. Nothing left to connect us at all. Loose ends, tangled truth. Spiders spin their silken traps across the ceiling beam, catching flies and weaving a deceptive sticky scheme. I am stumbling blindly through a complicated maze, wandering inside this thick impenetrable haze. Every statement you deliver was a woven trap, erasing every logical direction off the map. I trip over the paragraphs you cleverly designed, leaving every shred of simple honesty behind. The sailor's knot pulled viciously tight around my wrist, a labyrinth of alibis completely lost and twisted. I try to solve the puzzle, but the pieces never fit. Navigating through the bottom of a snake-filled pit. The rigging on our vessel is an absolute disaster, spinning out of our control, unraveling much faster. I pull a single string and suddenly the whole thing binds, creating a chaotic mess inside our frantic minds. Oh, twisting, turning, wrapping around the throat, sinking quickly inside this fabricated boat. The snare is set, the mechanism locks, trapped inside the suffocated paradox. Oh, we are prisoners of this tangled truth, wasting the innocence of our fleeting youth. A messy combination of sincerity and lies, hiding the reality behind the dense disguise. We needed a disaster out of complicated yarn, burning down the harvest while protecting the barn, strangled by the secrets we refuse to untie, caught inside a tangled truth waiting to die. Creeping ivy suffocates the branches of the oak, choking out the daylight with a vegetative cloak. I try to chop the thicket, but the vines are way too strong, binding us to everything we ever did wrong. The brambles scrape my ankles as I try to walk away, but the undergrowth insists that I am obligated to stay. My knitting needle's broke under the pressure of the weave. I manufacture the reality I don't even believe. The sweater is unraveling, exposing all the holes, revealing the corruption hiding deep within our souls. I try to stitch the fabric, but the needle lost its eye, sewing up a bandage on a wound that multiplied. Twisting, turning, wrapping around the throat, sinking quickly inside this fabricated boat. The snare is set, the mechanism locks, trapped inside the suffocated paradox. Oh, we are prisoners of this tangled truth, wasting the innocence of our fleeting youth. A messy combination of sincerity and lies, complicated yarn, burning down the harvest while protecting the barn. Strangled by the secrets we refuse to untie, caught inside a tangled truth, waiting to die. Waiting to die. Oh, bring the scissors, fetch the sharpest blade. We have to slash the chaotic web we made. There is no one picking this disastrous now. We have to chop the timber and burn the barrel, cutting through the falsehood, slicing through the cord, smiting this deception with the heavy, righteous sword. So tight, a messy knot. Look what we caught. Of sincerity and lies, hiding the reality behind a dense disguise. We needed a disaster out of complicated yarn, burning down the harvest while protecting the barn. Strangled by the secrets we refuse to untie, caught inside a tangled truth, waiting to die. Sever strings, let the lie fall, nothing left to connect us at all. Loosens tangled truth. The grandfather clock strikes 12 against the quiet hall, watching the headlights sweep across my bedroom wall. Insomnia settles in like an uninvited guest, refusing to grant my anxious mind a second of rest. I toss the heavy quilt off my sweating skin, wondering exactly where this loneliness begins. Counting the sheep, but they turn into my regrets. Smoking the last of my stale cigarettes. Pacing the floorboards until the wood begins to creak, searching for the courage that I completely lack to speak. The city is snoring down below my balcony view, while I am entirely consumed by the thought of you. My coffee's cold, sitting untouched in the mug, staring intently at the patterns on this Persian rug. The mattress feels like a bed of rusty nails, a maritime voyage where the navigation fails. The witching hour amplifies the lingering doubt, turning the volume up on what we cry about. No distractions exist when the universe sleeps, opening the vault where the sorrow slowly creeps, or suffering deeply from these midnight blues, walking a marathon in a pair of heavy shoes. The moon is a spotlight, exposing every flaw, trapped inside the grip of an emotional claw. We analyze the past until our brains are sore, pounding our fists upon a permanently locked door, begging the door to arrive and bring the news. But we are stuck right here with the midnight blue. The constellation shifts outside the window pane, a cosmic reminder that my efforts are in vain. I dial your number, but I hang up at the dial tone, terrified to confirm that I am actually alone. The refrigerator hums a terribly monotonous pitch, scratching a phantom lemon, unreachable itch. My reflection looks exhausted inside the vanity glass, waiting for these excruciating hours to finally television flickers with a static snowy screen, a perfect representation of the places I have been. Every memory replays in high definition dread, a cinema of failure screening right inside my head. The witching hour amplifies the lingering doubt, turning the volume up on what we cry about. No distractions exist when the universe sleeps, opening the vault where the sorrow slowly creeps. Oh, suffering deeply from these midnight blues, walking a marathon in a pair of heavy shoes. The moon is a spotlight exposing every flaw, trapped inside the grip of an emotional claw. We analyze the past until our brains are sore, pounding our fists upon a permanently locked door, begging the door to arrive and bring the news. But we are stuck right here with the midnight blues. Hey. The pendulum swings, slicing my patience in half, looking at an old faded crinkled photograph. Time is moving backwards in the solitary zone, stripping the meat completely off the emotional bone. We pray for the sunrise to scatter the despair, but the hands of the clock are frozen mid-air. Wide awake, bones ache, heartbreak. Hey, 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 suffering deeply from these midnight blues. Oh, suffering deeply from these midnight blues. Walking a marathon in a pair of heavy shoes. The moon is a spotlight exposing every flaw, trapped inside the grip of an emotional claw. We analyze the past until our brains are sore, pounding our fists upon a permanently locked door, begging the dawn to arrive and bring the news. Oh, but we are stuck right here with the midnight blues. Keep your eyes open, stare at the ceiling, unable to numb this agonizing feeling. Late night, midnight blues. The grandfather clock strikes 12 against the quiet hall, watching the headlights sweep across my bedroom wall. Insomnia settles in like an uninvited guest, refusing to grant my anxious mind a second of rest. I toss the heavy quilt off my sweating skin, wondering exactly where this loneliness begins. Counting the sheep, but they turn into my regrets, smoking the last of my stale cigarettes. Pacing the floorboards until the wood begins to creak, searching for the courage that I completely lack to speak. The city is snoring down below my balcony view, while I am entirely consumed by the thought of you. My coffee is cold, sitting untouched in the mug, staring intently at the patterns on this Persian rug. The mattress feels like a bed of rusty nails, a maritime voyage where the navigation fails. The witching hour amplifies the lingering doubt, constellation shifts outside the window pane, cosmic reminder that my efforts are in vain. I dial your number, but I hang up at the dial tone, terrified to confirm that I am actually alone. The refrigerator hums a terribly monotonous pitch, scratching a phantom limb, an unreachable itch. My reflection looks exhausted inside the vanity glass, waiting for these excruciating hours to finally pass. The television flickers with a static snowy screen, a perfect representation of the places I have been. Every memory replays in high definition dread, a cinema of a failure screening right inside my head. The witching hour amplifies a lingering doubt, turning the volume up on what we cry about. No distractions exist when the universe sleeps, opening the vault where the sorrow slowly creeps. Oh, suffering deeply from these midnight blues, walking a marathon in a pair of heavy shoes. The moon is a spotlight, exposing every flaw, trapped inside the grip of an emotional core. We analyze the past until our brains are sore, pounding our fist upon a permanently locked door, begging the dawn to arrive and bring the news. But we are stuck right here with the midnight blues. My patience in half, looking at an old faded crinkled photograph. Time is moving backwards in this solitary zone, stripping the meat completely off the emotional bone. We pray for the sunrise to scatter the despair, but the hands of the clock are frozen midair. Wide awake, bones ache, heart break. Wow, wide awake, bones ache, bones ache, bones ache, heart break, heart break. Ah, suffering deeply from these midnight blues, walking a marathon in a pair of heavy shoes. The moon is a spotlight, exposing every flaw, trapped inside the grip of an emotional claw. We analyze the past until our brains are sore, pounding our fists upon a permanently locked door, begging the dawn to arrive and bring the news. But we are stuck right here with the midnight blues. Keep your eyes open, stare at the ceiling, unable to numb this agonizing feeling. Late night, midnight blues. Carved from a block of solitary weeping pine, forced to perform along a perfectly straight line. You tied the transparent nylon to my wooden wrist, commanding my body into a complicated twist. I danced for the amusement of your vicious crowd, while you shouted your stage directions far too loud. My painted smile conceals a terrifying lack of will, begging for the terrible choreography to stand still. Sitting in the rafters, looking at the floor below, the absolute master of a terrifying puppet show. I manipulate the levers with a tyrannical grip, ensuring that your elegant pirouette doesn't slip. The theater is packed with an audience of ghosts, cheering for the tragedy that my vanity hosts. I thought control was equivalent to actual care, but I am just suspending, a captive in the air. The tension is mounting upon the heavy threat, a spectacular performance of the living dead. Autonomy is stolen, the movements are fake, waiting for the fragile mechanism to finally break. Oh, we are collapsing under these broken strings, a fallen marionette that no longer sings. The gravity returns and smashes us to the ground, a beautiful liberation without a single sound. We sever the attachment, we cut the final tie, refusing to participate in this choreographed lie. Tangled up together in the middle of the stage, escaping from the invisible theatrical cage, saved by the mercy of the broken strings. The scissors glisten under the theatrical light, slicing through the domination of the endless night. I watch your limbs give way as the connection dies, a horrifying freedom reflected in your glassy eyes. The spotlight flickers and the audience departs, leaving behind a pair of disconnected hearts, lying on the hardwood, motionless and entirely free, finally reclaiming the sovereignty inside of me. The joints are stiff, the varnish begins to peel, but for the very first time, the paralysis is real. No more dancing to a rhythm I absolutely despise, removing the strings and cutting the ties. The tension is mounting upon the heavy thread, a spectacular performance of the living dead. Autonomy is stolen, the movements are fake, waiting for the fragile mechanism to finally break. Oh, we are collapsing under these broken strings, a fallen marionette that no longer sings. The gravity returns and smashes us to the ground, a beautiful liberation without a single sound. We sever the attachment, we cut the final tie, refusing to participate in this choreographed lie. Tangled up together in the middle of the stage, escaping from the invisible theatrical cage, saved by the mercy of the broken string. The chaos of a magnificent escape. The puppeteer is weeping, the wooden doll is still. No more surrendering to an external will. Leave the tangled mess right where it ultimately fell. A terrifying heaven replacing a controlled hell. Snap the cord, fall down hard, discarded shards. Snap the cord, fall down hard, discarded shards. We are collapsing under these broken strings, a fallen marionette that no longer sings. The gravity returns and smashes us to the ground, a beautiful liberation without a single sound. We sever the attachment, we cut by the mercy of the broken strings. No more dancing, the show is done. The motionless victory has finally been won. Cut the cord, broken strings. The harvest is over and the fields are all bare. There's a scent of wood smoke hanging in the air. I'm leaning on the porch, watching daylight expire, while the horizon is burning like a low burning fire. I've got a pocket full of copper and a heart full of lead, thinking about the heavy words that we both said. The shadows are stretching like giants on the grass, waiting for this weary hour to finally pass. The wind is a whisper, the crickets are loud. We're hiding our faces in a linen cloud. The day is retreating, giving up the fight. Underneath the copper sky, everything is gold. A story of a passion that's growing old. It's the color of a penny, the color of a leaf, a beautiful moment of a jagged grief, watching the world burn under a copper sky. I'll tune my resonator to an open G and sing to the ghosts of who we used to be. The river is a ribbon of shimmering rust, turning our kingdom of marble to dust. I've stitched every memory into a quilt to cover the holes of the houses we built. The crows are all circling the old sycamore while I'm pacing the boards of this hollow floor. The wind is a whisper, the crickets are loud. We're hiding our faces in a linen cloud. The day is retreating, giving up the fight. Underneath the copper sky, everything is gold. A story of a passion that's growing old. It's the color of a penny, the color of a leaf, a beautiful moment of a jagged grief, watching the world burn under a copper sky. But the hue of the heavens before the night falls is the only thing that answers when my spirit calls. Copper rusting away before the blue, before the gray. Underneath the copper sky, everything is gold. A story fade to black. 10 throbbing fingers gripping on a frayed hemp rope, trying to support the crushing weight of our dying hope. My palms are blistered and my wrists are sore. I cannot pull this heavy wagon an inch anymore. The fibers are cutting through my delicate skin, a losing battle that I cannot possibly win. Muscles are screaming for a moment of peace, praying for this brutal gravity to finally cease. Calluses form from digging this eternal trench, breathing the exhaust and the metallic stench. I spent years carrying the lumber for our floor, but my spine is snapping, I can't lift anymore. My knuckles are white, my grip is starting to slip, steering the rudder of a capsizing ship. The weight of your expectations anchors my feet, dragging me down to the cobblestone street. We are lifting a mountain that refuses to move, straining our tendons just to try and prove that endurance alone can conquer the floor. Fighting against the universal physical law. These tired hands are letting go of the chain, releasing the tension, abandoning the pain. We work the midnight shift for a failing machine, the most exhausted labor the world has ever seen. No strength remaining in the marrow of the bone, leaving this heavy burden right here alone. We built a prison out of manual demands. Now we surrender with these tired hands. The hammer is heavy, the anvil is cracked. There is no strategy left for us to enact. I spent my youth turning the rusty iron wheel, trying to mold a phantom into something real. But the grease is dry and the gears are jammed. Our grand design is permanently damned. So in a canvas that keeps ripping apart, patching the leaks at the center of your heart. My needle is blunt, the thread is completely spent, fixing a structure that was permanently bent. I dropped the tools onto the workshop floor. I'm walking away through the factory door. We are lifting a mountain that refuses to move, straining our tendons just to try and prove that endurance alone can conquer the floor. Fighting against the universal physical law. These tired hands are letting go of the chain, releasing the tension, abandoning the pain. We work the midnight shift for a failing machine, the most exhausting labor the world has ever seen. No strength remaining in the marrow of the bone, leaving this heavy burden right here alone. We built a prison out of manual demands. Now we surrender with these tired unclench the fist, open up the palm. After the heavy lifting comes a terrible calm. The blisters will heal, but the scars will remain, a permanent reminder of the manual strain. We are dropping the tools, we are breaking the lease, finding our freedom in total release. Drop the weight, let it fall, no strength at all. All these tired hands are letting go of the chain, releasing the tension, abandoning the pain. We work the midnight shift for a failing machine, the most exhausting labor the world has ever seen. No strength remaining in the marrow of the bone, leaving this heavy burden right here alone. We built a prison out of manual demands. Now we surrender with these tired hands, open fingers, empty space, wiping the sweat from a weary face. Rest at last, tired hands. Inhaling dust from the wreckage of our final stand, struggling to grasp the shifting arid desert sand. My lungs are burning, deprived of the oxygen flow, drowning on dry land while watching the embers glow. I exert my diaphragm to scream out your name, but the sound disintegrates into this pathetic shame. Every molecule of air is precious and rare, exhausted by the pressure of this suffocating snare. I exert the muscle, but the bellows remain compressed, a terminal fatigue settling deep inside my chest. We sprinted the marathon while holding our breath, caught in the silence of a premature, quiet death. The atmosphere is thin, the altitude is too high, watching the vapor of our exhaustion drift to the sky. I am gasping for a mercy that we never refined, leaving the vital essence of my spirit behind. Panting for a respite that never dares to arrive, the physiological cost of trying to stay alive. We are collapsing in the vacuum of our own design, crossing the lethal threshold of the finish line. Oh, this is nothing but a mountain of wasted breath, panning our way toward a hollow, inevitable death. We exhausted the supply on a fruitless crusade, watching the vibrant color of our vitality fade. No oxygen remaining to fuel the internal fire, just the heavy lethargy of a funeral pyre, counting the inhalations until there is nothing left, dying in the center of a beautiful wasted breath. The ventilator is broken, the bellows are torn, regretting the moment that this rivalry was born. I force the inhalation, but the cavity stays tight, a desperate performance in the middle of the night. My throat is scorched, a desert devoid of a drop, begging the cardiac rhythm to finally stop. A rhythmic spasm of a body that gave up the ghost, consuming the fuel that we actually needed the most. I am inhaling the static of a disconnected line, wishing for a resuscitation that is no longer mine. The hyperventilation is a rhythmic, frantic song, proving how consistently we have been living wrong. Panting for a respite that never dares to arrive, the physiological cost of trying to stay alive. We are collapsing in the vacuum of our own design, crossing the lethal threshold of the finish line. Oh, this is nothing but a mountain of wasted breath, panning our way toward a hollow, inevitable death. We exhausted the supply on a fruitless crusade, watching the vibrant color of our vitality fade. No oxygen remaining to fuel the internal fire. Just the heavy lethargy of a funeral pyre, counting the inhalations until there is nothing left, dying in the center of a beautiful wasted breath. Oh. Let the lungs deflate, let the ribcage cave. We are digging the geometry of our own grave. No more inhalation, no more struggle to speak. The strongest endurance finally bows to the weak. Exhale the history, release the long-held pain. Let the atmosphere reclaim what it needs to regain. Can't catch the wind, let it out. Oh, this is nothing but a mountain of wasted breath, padding our way toward a hollow, inevitable day. We exhausted the supply on a fruitless crusade, watching the vibrant color of our vitality fade. No oxygen remaining to fuel the internal fire. Just the heavy lethargy of a funeral pyre, counting the inhalations until there is nothing left, dying in the center of a beautiful wasted breath. The final exhale, the total release, finally finding the ultimate breathless peace. Empty lungs, wasted breath. I'm shivering in a room that's set to 85, trying to convince my skin that I am still alive. But there's a winter in the mattress, a frost inside the frame, since the pillow stopped whispering the letters of your name.
The left side of the world is a canyon made of wool, a heavy kind of empty, a devastating full. I'm reaching for a warmth that evaporated fast, living in the wreckage of a furnace in the past.
The cotton is a desert, the linen is a lake, counting every second of this rhythmic ache. The thermostat is lying to the shadows on the floor. I'm freezing in these cold sheets, wishing for more, tangled in the ghost of what we had before. There's nobody here to bridge the great divide, just a hollow sanctuary where I used to hide, drowning in the eyes of these cold sheets.
I watch the steam rising from a coffee I won't drink, waiting for the sun to give me time to finally think. But the light is just a witness to the vacuum in the bed, a map of all the bitter things that we have never said.
I'm wearing your old sweater just to simulate a touch. I didn't think that breathing could ever cost this much. The laundry smells like jasmine and a hint of your cologne, the cruelest of reminders that I'm sleeping here alone. The cotton is a desert, the linen is a lake, counting every second of this rhythmic ache. The thermostat is lying to the shadows on the floor. I'm freezing in these cold sheets, wishing for more, tangled in the ghost of what we had before. There's nobody here to bridge the great divide, The threads are all aware that the only thing I'm holding is a handful of thin air. So cold, so wide, nowhere left to hide. I'm freezing in these cold sheets, wishing for more, tangled in the ghost of what we had before. There's nobody to bridge the great divide, just a hollow sanctuary where I used to hide. It's a long winter in these cold sheets.